Hey guys, it's ArchieLuxury, your pontiff. And today guys, I'm coming to you from my studio. And the date today, it's the 6th of December. So it's been over a month. And I'm getting ready for a meeting with the insurance company's representatives tomorrow, and I've basically submitted a claim. But basically guys, my watches and jewelry will be $5,000 of the claim. Yes, I was underinsured, but I gotta tell you guys, how am I coping? How am I going? It's been tough. It's been really tough. It's funny. I've never had depression or feeling of down as bad as this ever in my life. And I gotta tell you, it has been incredibly hard to cope with. I've had a lot of nasty people. Oh, it serves you right for having fancy things. Oh, wah, wah, wah. A lot of nasty comments there. And I had a lot of roller coaster of mixed emotions. You have emotions that you realize you're not going to get any of this stuff back, and it's really upsetting. It's the burglars. You know what? I was contemplating. Do you do a reward? Do you do a reward and say, hey? But do you really want to deal with these sort of criminals? Do you really want to deal with these sort of people? They're not honorable people. They forcibly came into my home, my studio. They went through several doors, security doors, and they basically pinched my stuff. These sort of people, honor amongst thieves. There is no such a thing. And although I desperately love to get some of the pieces back, I don't think that's the case. Guys, in this video, if you look in the description, I'm going to put all the serial numbers of the items that had serial numbers. I'm still calibrating it, so it's not a complete list, but it's probably 80% correct. 80% has the numbers. It's very tough. Emotionally, mentally, it's even physically draining. For myself, I find myself, I get really tired because my brain's overthinking it, so running different scenarios. What if, woulda, shoulda, coulda. It runs different scenarios. And at the end of the day, the reality is, nothing I think or do will really bring the stuff back. I think it's safe to say it's probably been distributed through fences. I'm keeping an eye out for the items. You look at your Gumtree, your Craigslist type thing, your Facebook Marketplace, you look at your eBay. You even go to your pawn shops, second-hand dealers, have a look around. It's pretty damn hard. there's a lot of things damaged that really quite really quite senseless, and that's really quite a hard thing to fathom. I had stuff that got oil and paint all over it. Why would you do that? Magazines, paint all over them. There's even little things that aren't really valuable, but you think, why would you do that? This is one of my father's, one of the first books he brought, one of the books he brought to Australia. He came out as a kid in 1960. I believe it's a British history in strip pictures, like a comic book. And sure enough, they got paint all over the spine. Well, why would you? This book's it's not really valuable, but they ended up putting paint all over the spine and many things, just senseless. Look at these catalogs, these Rolex magazines, paint on them. Even box, Louis Vuitton. There's just like a scarf box, just dribbled paint on it there. It's all over it. And it's just senseless. You look at so many things. Here's my cupboards here. Look on the floor there. That's paint. So the paint's dripped through. Paint on everything. Here's a Paddock catalogue here. Catalogue and book. Paint. I've tried to clean up a lot of stuff, but it's kind of hard. Everywhere you look, a thick film of dust. This room would have been horrible because they were cutting into the safe, which is steel, drill-resistant steel, and concrete with steel barbs in it. It would have been a bastard. So much stuff senselessly destroyed because they couldn't get the door off the safe. My wife's Louis Vuitton jewelry box. It's in pieces. They pulled it to bits to get it out of the safe. And what can you say or do? It's completely faked. What can you say or do? Completely faked. Just senseless. Look at that. Getting over this it's really hard. It's really hard. Everybody wants to give you advice. Why didn't you do this? Why didn't you? Well, you know what? I didn't have no security. I had security. I had cameras in the house. I had a camera in the house pointing into the courtyard where the study is. When I was away, I noticed the door was once, the Nesh door, not the glass door, was opened. I thought, why is that? And I remember I told my wife and she checked it and it was closed. That was probably when the burglars were inside. I didn't notice anything miss. So I got to be totally honest with you. I don't even think like a burglar. I said to my dad, maybe I should offer a reward for the return of some of the watches, and he said, you're dealing with criminals. These are not normal people you can negotiate or set up a deal with. These are criminals. And that is the truth. You're dealing with the criminal element who their objective is to take your shit. It's very upsetting. Very upsetting. It's emotionally draining. It's tiring. The biggest critic is yourself. You say, oh, why didn't I do this? Why did I do this? Why didn't I do that? And I'll tell you honestly, the safe I used there was a professional Chubb safe. Heavy duty, 800 kilo FICA. Who would have thought people would go through that? I'm 300 meters down the road from a police station on a busy main road. Where the study is, it's a double brick room, locked gate, an electric gate, roller door, electric door for the car. So it's a locked, closed perimeter. And then even if you had more cameras, more alarms, more everything, what happens if these bastards turned up with a gun and said, open the fucking door? It's really hard. It's really hard. And I've had to prepare file for the insurance company. This is my claim. Okay? So this claim here, it's got a police report number, which by the way is QP220-1883918. I've got a copy of the letter acknowledging the claim. I've got a receipt for the safe. I've got this is the photos of the study, and I've got all the files on a USB. The insurance company wanted proof I was away and details of my wife's weekend away. I've got all the receipts here. I've even got letters to Rolex, Patek Philippe, Cartier, Breguet, all the watch brands that I had there, Omega, all the watches with the serial numbers to report them as stolen. Then I've got the claim itself there. I've got listed items. There were a few listed items which were on the policy. That's a bit over $24,000 listed items. The jewelry stolen, cost price $26,000. That's jewelry in addition to the listed jewelry. So this is the non-listed jewelry. Watches, all the watches there, all the watches stolen cost me, when I paid for them, this isn't including service or straps, just the cost price, $160,883. That's what I paid for these things. So the jewelry and the watches, I'll get $5,000 on the policy. Cameras and the lenses, $7,000. They pinched my good alcohol, about $1,800 worth. Then I've got other stolen shit. What could they take? There was a gold half-ounce coin in the safe, $1,000. There was my wife's shoes. We had them in a cabinet in the room. Ferragamo Black 914, Ferragamo Two-Tone 665, Christian Louboutin 11.95, Louis Vuitton shoes, Louis Vuitton sandals, Patek boxes, Patek catalogues. Yes, they took catalogues. Patek Tang buckle, Patek deployment buckle, Cartier pen, you know the one, the Cartier DuPont, Santos DuPont pen I got, took that. Louis Vuitton suitcase, briefcases, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We've got more stuff here, more stuff. We've got, when I got my first BMW, the keyring, 1991, that was a silver keyring. Cartier fountain pen, Dunhill pen, Parker Duofold pen, assorted casino chips. I had them on the shelf, about $100 worth, took that. Wedding rings, I had a couple for first marriage, and I had another ring I used to wear with one girlfriend. Keys to my bank safe. BMW keys, yes, I had to get all the keys for the BMW were there. That cost me about $2,500. Catalogs, 2 Patek ties, Patek shawl, Patek scarf, Persol sunglasses, Scalito del Tempo travel case, watch box from Glenn, it was on the cupboard, stolen. BMW water flasks, 3 of them, a BMW umbrella, Patek hand-carved silver coin, someone carved the logo out of an American silver coin, assorted Theo and Harris straps, Seiko timer, Rolex cap, assorted watch brand caps, wooden watch box, diamond tester. I had heaps of stuff like that. Just took it all. I don't understand what you're going to do with this shit, but okay, you want to take gem set sampler, diamond size sampler, Rolex pouches, even 2 pairs of sneakers, Adidas sneakers and a pair of Puma, LV postcard, Bergen watch screwdriver set, LV multicolor purse, LV Epi yellow purse, Oraton purse, assorted watch box, Rolex spare, USB hard drives, assorted ink, BMW, that's the key ring, the original key had the holder. They stole the keys and they stole that. They even stole a bucket, because I used the 2 bucket system for the car, a dirt guard for the bucket, Ryobi power chargers, Ryobi battery, Ryobi workshop blower, Ryobi drill, Bali's casual sandals, keys for the suitcases which they didn't take, Maguire's drying towel, Maguire's glass cleaner, blah blah blah, birth certificate, da 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 da. That comes to about $53,000 of other stolen stuff. And then, what else have we got there? Then we've got damaged. This is things they damaged. Carpet, they put paint all over it. Bookshelves, 3 of them have got paint on them. Display cabinets too, I've tried to clean them up, but as I said, when they're doing the welding, they didn't put a spark guard up. Display boxes, books, catalogs, probably $10,000 worth of books damaged. Computer, 2 computers and screens and all the associated peripherals, $2,000 each. The safe, crimp safe door lock, all sorts of things. Umbrellas were damaged from putting paint on them. Office chair, yeah, the office chair. I got a comfy office chair, and they obviously put paint all over it because, hey, why not? Why not just put paint all over this guy who we're robbing? Why don't we put paint all over his shit? They even, well then of course the Louis Vuitton jewelry box, I showed you, that's the one in pieces. The two watch boxes, they're sawed, they're completely faked. Two model cars, they pulled the wheel off my model and put oil and shit all over it. Orbit or watch winder, they left the bastard but they put paint on it. Safe removal and disposal. Ryobi blower, model helicopter, they put paint on. The National Geographic horse, paint. My two sculptures, bronzes, paint. Mustang horse, paint. And the curtains. So that comes to a total of 47,000. So I got to be totally honest with you. Yeah, and by the way, I haven't received a cent from the insurance company. So damage, stolen. I've got alcohol. That's they pinched. Camera equipment they pinched. Watches they pinched. Jewelry pinched. Listed items pinched. So that's my file. I've been busy putting this file with receipts and as much stuff as I could provide as possible. So you can definitely see it ain't necessarily easy, is it? Hey? It's easy. And that's a copy for me. So as you can see there, guys, pretty tricky shit. And what do? What do you do indeed? What do you do? What do you do? It's pretty damn hard. Haven't been paid out a cent, yet I had to fork out to change all the locks. That was about just under $600. Then they stole the keys to my investment property. That's another $600 because I didn't want the tenant to be burgled. We then had the keys to my son's apartment, which is another story for another day. His cabin. Carpet was $820, replacement carpet. I've paid for it. That hasn't been changed yet because I had to get the old safe out. The old safe was about $500 to remove. I've had to pay that, pay for the key, the locks. Had to change them all. I've had to pay about $2,500 for the BMW because I needed to get the key for the BMW, the second key, and also it comes with these new funky cars come with an electronic key. So there we go. That's all done now. It's all done. I've had to pay for birth certificates for me, my two kids. Marriage certificate, I haven't got that yet. What else? I had to get a new camera system to be extra cameras. I got the Google Nest cameras. I got a backup Swan system because I want even more Swan. I've had to fork out for a security company. It's about $1,200. They're coming soon. Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It's a lot of fun. This burglary has been... I haven't received a cent. I mean, I've had some very generous donations. Thank you. It hasn't been joyous. This period of my life has been... I'd like to go back before the American trip. I'd like to go back and change so many things, but that's impossible. It's just not possible. You can't do that. You can't do that. You can't do that. So, what can I do? What can I do? Try my best. I'm trying to get the room clean. Seems endless cleaning task because it's all badly damaged. You try and take the paint off. The paint had been sitting there for over a week by the time I got into the safe. It was hard to get into because I had to get a specialist safe guy to crack the door open. That was $950. I've got the invoice for that. So I've had to fork out. It's a lot of money. A lot of money. Nothing's come in from insurance. I'm trying my best. It's all I can do is try my best. You have moments where you get upset that your collection's no longer yours. I'm starting to realize they're not my things anymore. It's been tough. It's been tough. It's been really hard. I don't know what to say. It's just it's a atrocious period of time, but yeah, that's what's happened. So guys, I got a GoFundMe. GoFundMe link is down below, and I'll put it into the tab. I'm trying my best to keep my mental health. Most important thing is to keep your mental health. Anxiety, it's amazing. These burglaries happen. You suffer all sorts of terrible things. Anxiety's through the roof. It's not easy. The worst thing is you meet someone, they want to give you advice. As if I haven't already thought of that. Just keep your fucking mouth shut. Don't give me second or third hand advice. You know, they always experts. They want to share this wisdom as if, you know, just it's been very tough. Okay guys, that's my video for today. Love you, and I will catch you in the next one. See you later.